Pandora, we have like over 80 million active users every month. We have over 8 billion stations created over time. We have over 50 billion thumbs. So 50 billion thumbs, you can do a lot of, I mean, you can do a lot of things with this data. With 50 billion thumbs, sometimes the problem is not really which complex approach we use, but sometimes it's like just how can I get all this data and process it? We use all the Hadoop kind of approach. Hadoop is well known for being able to process large amount of data, following a MapReduce approach, but like have a lot of distributed nodes. You can distribute your data, process at each node or each machine if you want, process some of this information, and then in the end you aggregate all this a small computation on each node, and then you aggregate that, and then you reduce and provide the final result. We also use what is called Hive, which is a kind of SQL or the equivalent to do queries, SQL queries to classic relational databases to get some data, the select asterisk from something. So we have this equivalent on HDFS Hadoop that's called Hive. There are other approaches. We use Hive in order to be able to get some data and process this data. On top of that, once you have the data, we use Python or R and like libraries that are built based on R or Python in order to create our models. That's the approach. Now, recently, or starting like a year ago, mid 2014, we were moving or start exploring Spark and Scala. And this idea is kind of similar to Hadoop, but the idea here, especially for scientists, is that it allows you to deal with, let's say, like huge matrices. If you have to load a matrix in memory and do matrix operations, but sometimes it's difficult to do that, or it takes a lot of time. This Spark, Scala, or let's say Spark, allows us to be faster computing these matrix operations. So we started porting last year. New projects with the side where we use the classic Hadoop Hive approach or Spark Scala, but even in some cases we move some of the jobs we had from Hadoop to Spark and ported to Scala, and we've seen improvement like 10 times or like 50 times faster.